Did Jordan Klepper just expose the shocking truth behind the Trump marriage? Melania's reaction is nothing short of a meltdown. Stay tuned to find out what he said that left her fuming. Jordan Klepper was in his element, delivering razor-sharp satire on a late-night show. As always, his humor cut deep, and this time, his target was none other than the Trump marriage. The audience laughed as he laid into the bizarre dynamic between Donald and Melania Trump. But little did they know that his segment would send shockwaves beyond the studio. The segment began with Klepper dissecting Melania's recent media presence. She had been making appearances, ostensibly to promote a new book, but also subtly signaling her continued support for her husband's political aspirations. Klepper, with his signature smirk, addressed the audience. Now, I'm not saying Melania is only here for damage control, but if she blinks twice in Morse code, she's asking for help. The crowd erupted with laughter, but Klepper wasn't done. He played a clip of a recent interview in which Melania gave a vague response when asked if she fully supported another Trump presidency. That, Klepper joked, is the look of a woman who just remembered she signed a prenup. As the show aired, social media exploded. Clips of Klepper's monologue went viral, with some hailing his takedown as long overdue, and others branding it as cruel and unnecessary. But the most unexpected reaction allegedly came from Melania herself. Sources claim that Melania was livid behind closed doors. An insider reported that she stormed through Mar-a-Lago, fuming about how these late-night clowns always twisted her words. "They make me sound like I am trapped. I am not trapped," she reportedly insisted. "I choose to be here." Another source suggested that her frustration stemmed not just from Klepper's words, but from the public's reaction. For years, people had speculated about her true feelings toward her husband, dissecting every smile, or lack thereof, every hand-holding attempt, and every cryptic remark. Klepper's jokes only reignited those discussions, and it seemed like no matter what she did, the world would always see her as either complicit or captive. Those close to the former First Lady suggested that she felt deeply misunderstood. Melania never asked for this level of scrutiny, a former aide revealed. She played the role of First Lady as she saw fit, but she never sought the limelight the way past First Ladies have. To her, it's unfair. Trump supporters were quick to lash out at Klepper, denouncing his segment as disrespectful and another example of Hollywood's obsession with attacking their former president. These so-called comedians don't know when to stop. Melania has more class in her little finger than Klepper does in his entire career. Melania is a private citizen now. Leave her alone. The media would never do this to a Democrat's wife. They mock her accent, her expressions, her loyalty. It's disgusting. Klepper is just another late-night hack who will never have the influence or respect that Trump does. Making fun of someone's marriage is low, even for late-night television. On the other side, Klepper's fans and Trump critics found the entire ordeal hilarious and insightful. Jordan Klepper did what the media won't, pointed out the obvious. Melania mad? Maybe because the truth stings? He's just saying what we've all been thinking for years. She looks miserable. If she's truly happy in her marriage, why does she always look like she's solving a hostage riddle? It's satire. If you can't handle it, maybe don't be a public figure. Klepper's jokes sparked yet another discussion about the role of comedy in political discourse. Should public figures, especially those who have voluntarily taken the spotlight, be off limits? Or does their influence make them fair game? Media pundits debated whether Melania had been unfairly targeted. Some argued that she had chosen a public role and benefited from it, making her subject to scrutiny. Others contended that she had largely stayed out of the political fray compared to past First Ladies and should be left alone. Meanwhile, Trump himself was reportedly outraged. One insider claimed that he ranted about the late-night losers and how they never had the guts to say these things to his face. Soon after, a statement surfaced on his social media platform, blasting the liberal comedy hacks and praising Melania as the most elegant, intelligent, and admired First Lady in American history. The response from Trump's base was immediate, with many echoing his sentiments and calling for a boycott of Klepper's show. "These comedians are desperate for relevance," one supporter posted. "Melania has done more for this country than Klepper ever will." As always, the news cycle churned on. Late-night hosts continued to poke fun, Trump's base doubled down in their support, and Melania remained enigmatic. Would she respond publicly? Would she shake off the controversy and continue promoting her book? Or would she retreat from the spotlight once again, leaving the public to speculate even more? For now, one thing was clear. Jordan Klepper had, once again, ignited a firestorm. Whether his monologue would be remembered as a brilliant moment of satire or an unfair attack on a private citizen remained up for debate. But in the ever-chaotic world of Trump-related headlines, it was just another night in America. Even days after the segment aired, media outlets continued dissecting its impact. Some praised Klepper for his willingness to call out hypocrisy, while others condemned him for mocking a woman whose role was largely ceremonial. The conversation extended beyond television, with opinion pieces debating whether comedy had crossed the line or if Melania was merely experiencing the scrutiny that came with public life. Ultimately, the controversy underscored the ongoing culture war in America, where every joke, every headline, and every reaction becomes a battleground for larger ideological conflicts. While the public moved on to the next big story, one thing was certain. The fascination with the Trump marriage wasn't going anywhere anytime soon.